Imagine waking up to an emergency alert flashing across every screen in America. The president's voice trembles as he speaks. A massive asteroid, 5 miles wide, is on a direct collision course with New York City. No one breathes. No one blinks. The countdown has begun. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's real. And the clock is ticking. At first, people don't believe it. How could something so unimaginable, so catastrophic, really happen? But then the images arrive. Satellite footage shows a dark object, huge, cold, and silent, cutting across the void of space. It's the size of a mountain, traveling faster than a bullet. And it's coming straight for Earth. NASA confirms impact in 7 days. 7 days before the largest city in the world faces extinction. The asteroid, named Atlas 9, carries the energy of over 1 billion Hiroshima bombs. If it hits New York, it won't just destroy the city, it will reshape the planet. Skyscrapers will vaporize in seconds. The eastern seaboard will disappear beneath walls of fire and water. The world will never be the same. Governments scramble. Telescopes and space agencies lock onto the target. Every scientist, engineer, and military mind joins in a desperate race against time. Could it be stopped? Could humanity survive the wrath of the sky? The United States activates Project Sentinel, a last-resort planetary defense system. Rockets, warheads, and experimental nuclear interceptors are readied in secret bases. They have one goal: to alter the asteroid's path before it's too late. But Atlas 9 is massive. Its surface is jagged, its rotation unpredictable. Every simulation fails. The asteroid seems unstoppable. Panic spreads like wildfire. New York begins its evacuation. 8 million people trying to flee through bridges, tunnels, and highways that choke within hours. Airports collapse under chaos. Trains are jammed. Families are torn apart. The sound of sirens drowns the city that never sleeps. Meanwhile, social media erupts. Some people pray, others riot. Some refuse to believe anything at all. But in the silence of space, the truth approaches. Cold, ancient, and indifferent. Scientists estimate the moment of impact. When Atlas 9 enters the atmosphere, it will heat to over 10,000 degrees Celsius. A fireball brighter than the sun will fill the sky. Within seconds, shock waves will flatten everything within 300 kilometers. Steel will melt. Concrete will turn to dust. The Atlantic Ocean will boil, sending tsunamis roaring across the coasts of Europe and Africa. But what exactly happens next? The first effect would be blinding light. Those who see it won't have time to react. The next would be the blast. Winds stronger than any hurricane on record. They'd tear through skyscrapers like paper. Central Park would vanish beneath molten debris. Times Square, gone in a heartbeat. Within minutes, firestorms would consume the eastern United States. Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Boston, all burning. The heat would ignite forests as far as Canada. Smoke and ash would choke the skies. Then comes the darkness. Billions of tons of dust would rise into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun. Day would turn into eternal night. Temperatures would drop. Crops would die. The planet would enter a brief but deadly impact winter. This isn't the first time Earth has faced such a fate. 66 million years ago, another asteroid, smaller than Atlas 9, struck near what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. It wiped out 75% of all life, including the dinosaurs. That asteroid was only about 6 miles wide. Atlas 9 is nearly the same. History, it seems, is ready to repeat itself. Military leaders debate drastic measures. Some demand nuclear strikes in space. Others warn that one wrong move could shatter the asteroid into fragments, creating not one, but thousands of deadly impacts. The president faces an impossible decision: strike now or risk total annihilation. On day 6, humanity unites like never before. For the first time, rival nations share data, resources, and technology. Russia, China, and the United States launch a joint defense, the Atlas Intercept mission. 4 rockets, each armed with nuclear payloads, streak toward the heavens. The world watches. The countdown reaches 0. Explosions bloom in the void. For a brief moment, hope returns. The asteroid appears to shift. But then, new data comes in. Atlas 9's trajectory hasn't changed enough. It's still coming. Impact is certain. Day 7. The final dawn over New York City. The skyline glows orange under a heavy haze. Church bells ring. People gather in the streets, holding hands, staring at the horizon. Some whisper prayers. Others simply watch in silence. The world holds its breath. And then, the sky ignites. A blazing ball of fire tears through the atmosphere at 70,000 kilometers per hour. The sound arrives seconds later, a thunder so loud it shatters windows from Philadelphia to Montreal. The ground trembles, the ocean rises, and in an instant, everything vanishes. New York ceases to exist. The impact crater stretches for hundreds of miles. The shock wave circles the globe, flattening cities, raising tsunamis, and triggering earthquakes across continents. Electric grids fail, satellites are destroyed, communications die. Within days, ash covers the earth like snow. Skies darken. Rain turns acidic. Temperatures plummet. The world faces a nuclear winter, not from war, but from the fury of space itself. Weeks later, survivors emerge from underground shelters. The air is heavy, cold, and silent. Global governments are in collapse. Trade stops. Food runs out. The human race stands on the brink of extinction. But even in the ashes of destruction, something stirs. A question older than civilization itself. Could we have stopped it? For decades, scientists have warned about near-Earth objects, asteroids that could one day collide with our planet. Programs like NASA's DART mission have shown we can alter the course of smaller ones. But Atlas 9 is a reminder that technology has limits and nature does not forgive. If humanity survives, it will rebuild. But the scars of that day would